In a quiet coastal village, where the waves whispered secrets to the shore, there was an old wooden pier that stretched out into the endless blue of the ocean. At the very end of the pier sat a solitary bench, weathered by salt and time. The villagers called it the Dreamer's Bench. Legend had it that if you sat on the bench under the light of a full moon, the sea would reveal your deepest desire, not in words, but in visions that danced on the waves. Some dismissed it as folklore, but others believed in its magic. One night, a young woman named Serin, burdened by the weight of her unfulfilled dreams, found herself drawn to the pier. She had spent years working in the village, setting aside her own aspirations to care for her ailing mother. But now, with her mother gone and life stretched out before her like an empty canvas, she felt lost. As the moon rose, casting a silvery glow over the water, Serin sat on the bench, her heart heavy with questions. "What do I truly want?" she whispered to the sea, her voice barely audible over the sound of the waves. At first, nothing happened. The ocean lapped against the pier as it always did. But then, the water began to shimmer, as if alive. Serin gasped as the surface transformed into a mirror, reflecting not her face, but her dreams, dreams she had buried long ago. She saw herself as a painter, creating vivid, breathtaking works of art that captured the beauty of life. She saw herself travelling to distant lands, her easel set up on mountaintops and by riversides. She saw herself living fully, unburdened by fear or doubt. Tears welled in her eyes. "But it's too late," she murmured. "I've wasted so much time." The sea's reflection changed. She saw an older version of herself, sitting in a small room filled with unfinished canvases. The woman in the vision looked sad, not because she had failed, but because she had never tried. A voice, soft and resonant, seemed to rise from the waves. "It is never too late to begin. The only failure is to let fear keep you still." Serin sat in silence, the words sinking deep into her heart. The vision faded, leaving only the ocean's rippling surface, but the message remained. The next morning, Serin dusted off an old set of paints and began to create. At first, her strokes were hesitant, but with each passing day, they grew bolder, more confident. Her art began to draw attention, and soon she was invited to showcase her work in a gallery in the city. Years later, Serin returned to the pier, now a celebrated artist whose paintings hung in galleries across the world. She sat on the Dreamer's Bench once more, this time under a crescent moon. The sea whispered to her again, but this time it said nothing of what could be, only of the beauty she had already created. Sometimes, the answers we seek aren't about what we want, but about what we're afraid to pursue. Life is never waiting for the perfect moment. It's waiting for us to begin. So ask yourself, what dream lies buried within you, waiting to be set free?